Good morning. I'm Reverend Patrice Curtis. For those of you who don't know me, my pronouns are they conjugated. Ooh. I am your affiliate minister, serving full-time as an institutional minister with your Unitarian Universalist Association. Reverend Christine Dance, your senior minister, is away today. Welcome to our service. Welcome to my little crew over there in the corner. In this sacred space, we celebrate our humanity, our diversity, and the boundless love that unites us all. The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix strives to be a spiritual community for our time, one that is theologically diverse, radically inclusive, and justice-centered. Our doors swing wide to embrace all who seek a welcoming place. May our worship today be a source of inspiration, a comfort in challenging times, and a call to action. If you are new here, a hearty welcome to you. We encourage you to come back several times as our services are different each week. Our guest musicians today, Hallelujah, are Mariah Armenta and Luis Martinez. Welcome, welcome. Please feel free to rise, embody your spirit, and sing our opening hymn, There's a River Flowing in My Soul.
There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my soul. And it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my heart. There's a river flowing in my heart. And it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river flowing in my heart. There's a river flowing in my mind. There's a river flowing in my mind. And it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river flowing in my mind. There's a river flowing. There's a river flowing. There's a river flowing in my mind.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm John LaBarbera. I'm your worship associate today, and my pronouns are he, they. Please remain standing as we recite our covenant and Debbie Freilich-Freeman lights our chalice. If you're watching remotely and have a chalice with you, please light it with us. Here you are. Thank you. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to share our strength in fellowship, thus do we covenant. Before you sit down, please wave to our folks on Zoom, and take a moment to turn around, smile at your neighbors. Hello. Hello, neighbors. Hello. 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 You may be seated, as most of you are. Very good timing. Thank you. I have a few announcements. First, is this anybody's lipstick? I found it up here, and I don't know who it is, whose it is. It's L'Oreal 140 Mauved. So, maybe next time. We have watched in admiration as the people of Minneapolis rallied in support of their immigrant neighbors targeted by ICE. Well, ICE is increasingly active here in Arizona. Your civic engagement team encourages you to consider volunteering at one of the local organizations that are performing the mutual aid functions in our area that the citizens of Minneapolis did and continue to do. See a list of links in Compass. And now, let us draw deeper into the present moment and into our worship. I get to do this, because I don't know how to do the bowl. Reverend Patrice, please open our service.
Our opening words this morning are from Daniel Chesney Cantor. To love life is to notice the wonders that abound. And to notice the wonders that abound is to be grounded here and now. And to be grounded here and now is the beginning of finding love for this life today. So let us ground ourselves now in the worship of all things good and holy.
I now invite our children, youth, and anybody young at heart up here for Together Time.
Everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming down here. My name is Miss Blake. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the Director of Children's Ministry here at UUCP. Thank you guys for coming down. I'm so excited for the topic of today's service. I love this idea that, well, and you probably have realized this as well, it's getting really hot. Has anybody else noticed that? Yes, it's getting, that's right. It's not quite there yet, Sam. No, it's definitely there. Has anyone else found it difficult to do everything they want to do with the current weather? All right, it's not just me. That's good to know. I thought I was just weak. No. No, I think that's something we've probably all are experiencing right now. And as I was reflecting on that, it really made me think of like rainy days as a child when I was kind of trapped indoors, or I felt like I was trapped indoors anyway and couldn't go outside to do something. And I don't know about you, but sometimes that could be a very boring time, and sometimes it could be very exciting, and I could find something to entertain myself for that amount of time. For instance, my siblings and I, when we were kids, we invented this game called hall hockey. Yes. Now, if you're wondering if it has any relationship to hockey, not really. We just needed the alliteration. So, but hall hockey was this game we played, and I would tell you the rules, but to be honest, it's kind of convoluted, and I think they changed based on individuals' needs during the game. But it was this elaborate, loud, obnoxious game that we would play and have so much fun and be so much excited about it, even though it was really not that spectacular. Simply hitting a small ball back and forth to each other on the floor with our hands. But as a young kid, we turned that into something very exciting. We turned it into something to be competitive about even, to be interested in how well we could do in that moment. Being stuck inside helped us, or rather kind of forced us to lean into some creativity and some imagination and to turn that time into something that we really enjoyed. Maybe that's something you're finding as well during this time of feeling like you're stuck indoors, it's too warm to go do anything. Maybe you've also found some creative or imaginative way to view this time, to use this time. I think it's such an incredible opportunity for us to really transform that into what we want that to be. So I want to give you that challenge this morning during Together Time. What are you doing during this season of the year? Are you leaning into some, oh, I did have a hand go up. I want to, yeah. Reading, knitting, mending, cooking. Was that the other one? So many good ideas. And those are all ideas, right, where creativity can be really handy. Those are all things where our imagination can really soar and become something exciting. So I want to challenge you all with that this morning, to use this time not to just be boring time where we're stuck inside and we feel like we can't do anything, but to find the excitement, to find the imaginative way of looking at that and embracing that and engaging with it. Thank you guys so much this morning. Let's head back to our seats.
Thank you, Miss Blake. Each month, our congregation selects a local organization that takes action on issues in alignment with our UUCP mission, and we share our offering each Sunday. This gives you an opportunity to learn about the organization, reflect on your level of interest and appreciation for what they're doing, and act to support them, either by donating to the offering in service or online, or by finding out more about them, perhaps to volunteer or consider another way of contributing to their work. It is an opportunity to learn, reflect, and act. Service is our prayer and one way of being centered in social justice. For July, our Share the Plate partner is the Safe Communities Coalition, Securing Spaces for All. This is an innovative and new, inclusive and united initiative that protects, trains, and monitors diverse faith spaces of worship and historically targeted communities. They are committed to fostering secure environments where all individuals, regardless of their background, identity, or beliefs, can practice their faith and live in peace. For all that you give, we are so grateful. Ushers, thank you for your willing hands in helping us pass the plate. Thank you so much. We recognize that our lives are interconnected. Part of our journey as a community is sharing our significant milestones, joys, and sorrows. If you're on Zoom, you can put a note in the chat. If you're in person and want us to read your joy and sorrow next week, fill out a card before service at the small table at the back of the sanctuary. Or, I like to do this while I'm here, if you do have a joy and sorrow you forgot to do and you want to do it right away and run it up to me right now, I can read it for you. That's a challenge, if you're willing to accept it. While folks get into the Zoom chat, I'll read some joys. Both joys in person, that's great. Beth Graham says, after a 40-year marketing career, I am retiring on Friday. I can't wait for freedom and to give back. Beth, that's awesome. Susan Goldsmith, a joy. It's my birthday today. Glad to be here to celebrate. Happy birthday, Susan. Over on Zoom, from Alex Armijo, a joy and a sorrow from Katie Brown, Sarah Woods, and Alex Armijo. Joy. We moved in together in a beautiful home and are celebrating this morning by watching service together from our own sacred space, our new family room. Sorrow. Katie Brown would like to share a sorrow that her sister, brother-in-law, and niece and nephew, in whose guest house she had been living in for the last 4.5 years, have moved to Victoria, Canada, starting a 2 to 5 year adventure in graduate school. I'll miss them so much, but look forward to my own new adventure of living with my chosen family. That is awesome. From Stephen and Amy Miskell, a joy. We have a new, to us, dog. Penelope Grace is 3 years old. She is smart, sweet, and a poodle mix. Her human mom recently died from cancer. We want to remind all of you that pre-owned pets are the best pets. And Davina shares grateful for days of no pain. Very important. Thank you all for sharing your joys and sorrows today. May all our joys and sorrows, those named and those held in the silent sanctuary of our hearts, help us draw closer and care for each other. Reverend.
I invite you to bring all of who you are into this space now. Give yourself the gift of being present here. Do you feel the chair under your bum? Do you feel Mother Earth supporting you? As we go through the week, we leave bits of our energy here and there. Invite all those bits to come back to you now. Notice your breath. Woven through the galaxies and grasses alike, we turn our attention to the sacred web that binds us. In the spiral arms of the Milky Way and in the hidden pulse of the woodpeckers and purple martins who make their nest in the saguaro cacti, forest and fungus, river and fish, haboobs blowing seeds, moon and oceans, sun and redwoods. We witness the never-ending, irrevocable truth. Nothing thrives alone. When our own voice trembles from stress and strain, may we pause to remember Earth is humming underfoot. The moon rings like a bell above us. That all the stars sing to our hearts. May your songs be a celebration of deep belonging. May you give freely to one another. May you receive the offerings of one another. May you remember you are both echo and source. May we never forget that together we are participating in the ancient, ongoing work of life-sustaining life. Amen.
This next song is a newer song, so we want to introduce it to you. This is called May I Be Empty. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. Don't be afraid to clap. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive.
I liked that one a lot. Thank you so much. In a few months, I'll mark 20 years of Arizona living. I know. Most of my childhood was spent on Long Island, New York. With a few years in northeastern Pennsylvania sprinkled in. Summer was the time we'd spend hours and hours outside, running around, playing games, going to the beach, barbecues, pool parties, etc. Any chance to get outside, we were there. As the calendar went on, the days got shorter, and the temperatures dropped precipitously. Yes, I used the dictionary for that one. By the time my birthday rolled around, December 16th, same as Beethoven, Jane Austen, and Stephen Bochco, creator of such landmark television series as Hill Street Blues, L.A. Law, Doogie Howser, and of course, Cop Rock. You did not go outside unless you had to. Usually the few frigid moments from the front door to the car were enough for the whole day. Everything was inside. All gatherings were bathed in the warm hug of gas or oil-based heat circulation. It's quite the opposite here. It's the heat that keeps us inside. Sure, we'll head to the pool, but you better be lathered from head to toe in SPF 400 lest the sun wreak havoc on your skin. Those of us fortunate to have central air conditioning prefer to stay inside and keep it running, despite the exorbitant monthly bill that will surely follow. I brought this with me today. It's a couple of Lego bricks. I loved Lego when I was a kid, still do, and I'd spend cold winter days inside building all sorts of things. Now, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Felix, my son, who's gonna be 7 on August 10th, spends hot summer days inside, and when I insist that we may have had enough TV for the day, we go straight for the Lego bin and craft cars, houses, lemonade stands, and rocket ships. Imagination can take you all around the world and back. And when it's 113 in the shade, sometimes imagination is all you've got.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark scared night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I've watched them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Best part of that might have been the looks they gave one another at the end of that. It was so sweet. Thank you. So I think I'm just going to have a little, whatever, side conversation with you very quickly, which is that. So 2 things. So your birthday is on December 16th, and mine is the 22nd. What?
Oh, hey.
I had a little awe moment there, like, what the hell is that possible?
I knew we had a fellow Sag in here.
There you go. And second thing is that you all were invited to bring an object, and maybe you did and maybe you didn't. And I forgot to bring my object because it sits on my desk and I look at it and I play with it when I'm at work all the time, so it's that integral. And it's also a stack of little Legos. Yeah, right. Oh, wow, exactly. What? Okay. So one of my favorite indoor rituals is making coffee in the morning. The fragrance is familiar. I know what coffee is. I know what it is for. It is something I make while I am still waking up. The smell of coffee is made from many different compounds released when the beans are roasted and then ground. Coffee smells like coffee. Most people would know it if they stuck their nose in it. Of course, because the beans can smell toasted, smoky, burnt, nutty, bitter, sweet, chocolatey, and many other adjectives. Heat from roasting changes the sugars and proteins inside the bean. Grinding breaks the bean into smaller pieces and gives those compounds more room to escape and expand into the air. The fragrance of coffee reaches us before the cup reaches our lips. So I adore the fragrance from freshly ground beans. If the coffee is good, I stand there for a moment with the lid off the grinder and breathe it in. Sometimes I'm so thrilled I make my spouse smell it too. I don't know the names of most of those compounds, and I don't need to know them to enjoy my coffee. Still, knowing so much is happening makes the coffee seem both more understandable and at the same time more mysterious. Okay, for those of you who don't drink coffee, and I know there are plenty of you, I appreciate you hanging with me through that. We often imagine awe as something reserved for a rare, overwhelming experience. Here in the desert, during the part of the year when sun-baked days send us looking for the cool indoors, we might assume we won't experience awe as much because it's nature that brings us that experience. The smell of redwood tree sap baking in the sun, the carpet of yellow flowers from a Palo Verde tree, going for a walk and seeing little quail chicks so tiny they almost seem semi-transparent. However, it turns out that one study found that nature was involved in only about 27% of remembered awe experiences. Only about a quarter. So that's what we know now about awe. It turns out there are a lot of studies happening around this. But it does mean that we experience awe lots of other places, including the kitchen. Perhaps it's in the coffee, a slice of bread, a spice jar, or maybe it's even further afield, held in a pencil, a Lego brick put together interestingly, a key, or the ordinary items that you brought with you today through invitation or just because we always carry objects with us when we leave home. You have a name for those objects. We need things to have names. Names help us find things, ask for things, organize things. But once we know the name of something and can describe something about its purpose, what it does, we can believe that we have finished seeing it. A pencil is for writing. A jar is for holding something. A Lego brick is for building. A key is for opening a lock. Those statements are true, but they are not the whole truth. Names for things are a shortcut. There is, for example, no sunrise or sunset. No sunrise, no sunset. As Neil deGrasse Tyson states, the Earth rotates such that our angle of the sun falls below the horizon. The Earth rotates. In old textbooks, we learned that gravity is a number, 9.80665 meters per second squared. And no, I didn't know that. I had to look that up. That number is useful, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places after the decimal point. So it's kind of exact, isn't it? But the gravity we experience is not exactly the same everywhere. And it is not perfectly constant throughout the day. It shifts very slightly with altitude, latitude, the distribution of mass beneath us, and the changing positions of the sun and the moon. There are tiny, measurable variations in local gravity. Could we say that reality fluctuates? The reality that we think that gravity is stable and we always know how it's going to respond and what that number is? Scientists choose a number that lets us calculate gravity. We couldn't build bridges or launch spacecraft without some simplification. The problem begins only when we forget that we simplified and the fact that gravity does fluctuate. So we can take a moving reality, average it, name it, and begin to believe the name is the thing itself. As Tyson also says, we are stuck with language from our own perspective rather than language from what's actually happening. Names are necessary, but they can cloak reality, and they can make it harder to experience the totality of a thing. So that pencil, it may carry the memory of a grocery list written by someone we love, or a doodle made during a boring meeting, and it is also slowly consumed by use. The spice jar may hold a precious family recipe, or the first dish someone learned to cook, and it too needs to be refreshed. The Lego brick may become a wall, a spaceship, or the missing piece in an imagined city. I tell you, I had no idea you were going to bring Legos, so that's just, that's what I love that. I love that when that happens. So what can help us remember that reality is not as we categorize it, and that reality is ever-changing? Maybe awe? I know you're all surprised I said that. So awe may help to widen our attention, allowing us to hold knowledge and understanding and our emotions together. Sometimes we're afraid that explanation, compounds in a coffee, will drain the mystery out of things, make it less meaningful. That the opposite can happen. The more we learn about bread rising, cheese aging, music moving through the ear, memory forming in the brain, the more remarkable an ordinary experience may become. A child smells baking bread and says, "That smells good. Can I have a piece when it's done?" A baker knows a bit more, knows something about making sourdough, fermenting flour and water, the temperature, the time, and moisture needed, stretching and folding with their hands. The baker says, "That baking bread smells delicious," with wonder that simply combining water and flour can make dough sour. Dr. Michael Amster is a physician and meditation teacher. And he says one morning he was making pancakes for breakfast, which is one of my favorite foods. He'd made pancakes many, many times before, but this time he found his attention was drawn to watching the bubbles prick the surface of this solid batter. He shares, "I had this orgasmic experience where I felt my whole body tingle, and I got really excited. I had an awe experience equal to being at the edge of the Grand Canyon." Deep attention to an ordinary event produced awe. A microdose, a small dose, but still awe. So I know you have that thing you might have brought, or that object, and if you don't, that's okay. I'm going to just have us do one that we can share. So I invite you to settle for a moment. I'm just going to do a quick contemplation. Take a few breaths. Notice your breath coming in and leaving. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes if you'd like. Just let your body relax. And bring to mind a fragrant food. Coffee, lemon, orange, grapefruit, Stetson cheese, blue cheese, baking bread. Let it just vividly fill your senses. Notice its shape, texture, color, temperature, smell. Now allow the name of that thing to loosen. Before it was its thing, coffee, bread, cheese, fruit. How did it become that? Imagine the ingredients from which it came. Imagine the grinding, the mixing, the fermentation, the heat, the aging in a cool, deep cave. Imagine the tools that helped it become, the hands that rotated, picked, sautéed. The artisan's or cook's decisions. The earth participating in its growth. The journey from where it came to where you could buy it. And go deeper. Imagine a galaxy within it. Molecules, atoms, quarks, waves. Imagine the empty space within it, the space between the molecules, the space between the atoms. Imagine it dissolving, becoming one with all that is. Now imagine it coming back together again. As waves, quarks, atoms, molecules coming back together. Slowly forming into that object. See again its color, its shape. Rest for a moment in the simple strangeness that all of what you imagined is what that object is. And come back to the room now. Set the object aside. Take another deep breath. Slowly open your eyes and come back into this space. Thank you. You might have felt awe in that moment. But when I first did this and I imagined the object that I was thinking of, which was a Lego brick, dissolving into atoms and the molecules and the quarks and the waves and disappearing basically into nothing, something in my brain went, whoa. You might have felt awe, but what you did just participate in is the opportunity to cultivate a chance at awe by focusing your attention on the mundane, an everyday object, one of hundreds that surround us all the time that we often don't even pay any attention to. So awe can change us for the good, for the better. Small studies have shown that 5 to 25-second practices of awe, microdoses as they're calling them, are linked to less anxiety and depression and greater well-being. As author Florence Williams writes, at times I've become complacent about awe, and that's a sorry state to be in because isn't experiencing awe a kind of hedge against stasis and malaise? I invite you to refuse to let what you presently know become the limit of who you may yet become. We don't need to sip our morning coffee or beverage on the lip of the Grand Canyon, though that's pretty awesome. Awesome. We can practice deep attention with any common object, staying protected from the heat by being inside. Through gratitude for being cool and comfortable with central air, we can practice deep attention to our environment. What is air conditioning anyway? And no, I did not go look that up. But it was a question that came to mind. I was like, I need to go look that up. What is air conditioning? Awe does not ask us to abandon reason or the pursuit of knowledge. It asks us to let knowledge and attention together open the door wider. Awe does not ask us to agree with everyone and everything that we hear, but it asks us not to mistake our first explanation for the whole explanation. We know that thing, so that's the thing, and that's the thing, and that's it. It asks us not to mistake our first impression of a person for the whole person. So may you practice deep attention, even in small doses, but in generous measure, enticing awe to come knock at your door. Let the ordinary world be useful. And sometime this week, I invite you to stop for a few seconds to look at a thing in your house again, to sit and consider it deeply, where it might have been, how it came to be, all of those who helped to make it come to be. Notice the feelings that arise. This is a wonderful world. Amen. Namaste. Please rise in body or spirit for one of our favorite hymns, number 1064, Blue Boat Home.
Go be
One of our favorites indeed. After service ends, noon activities will be listed on the screen behind me. Please join us for coffee hour with food and refreshments in our community space just across the patio. While there is no formal children's programming in the summer, we will have activity tables set up in the Johnson Room. Lots of fun and games there. Reverend Patrice, please close our service.
So Abraham Maslow said these simple words: the most fortunate are those who have a wonderful capacity to appreciate again and again, and I'll add again and again, freshly and naively, the basic goods of life with awe, pleasure, wonder, and even ecstasy. May you find that to be so. Amen and namaste.